welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, this former Black NBA player got his Negro Remindment. When it was relayed that he possibly did not pay this possible casino mark amount on time. And he got his remindment. Look at this image in front here. This is him. I'll get to this video for the people who have not seen this. Because this is the first picture on this. He got his initial remindment. He was in the airport. And how on one side it was like, well, we're just going to treat you, like a human being, but at the same time, but the actions are showing a little bit different on this, with a small exception. Because as you see on this image right here, where they were putting leg cuffs on him as if he was a major criminality person at the airport when he was about to go on vacation with some family members. There are more border breaker illegal immigrants that you have more political personnel, more open borders, more open borders, more pro immigration law breakers that are for that than to sit there and see equality for American Blacks. Look at this image right here. Why are you treating me like some hardcore criminal? I am still a human being. This is 2025. As if you have certain ones can care less about that. They only see Negro on that. And they're all bad seeds. And they know that, yes, there's not necessarily some parentheses that are not bad seeds, but they know that it is a very small amount of ones in the enforcement with the black skin that will not tolerate racism, anti-Black Americanism. They know that, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen to start this video on this part. Give me one moment here. One moment here. Let me get this right. Make sure all right. Before you know what? No, let me go ahead and get to this. Let me go. I was going to show something else, but let me go ahead and get to this. On this. So this is the initial video here. Let me stop that part. All right.
On July 27, 2025, deputies received a report from the airport that NBA player Marcus Morris Sr. was preparing to board a flight while wanted on a warrant for more than $250,000 in unpaid casino debts.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hey, which one of you guys is Marcus?
Marcus?
You could just come over here. We don't want to make a scene or anything. We just need to. We're gonna have to take you into custody, okay?
Well, what's wrong?
You had a warrant, but we'll explain. But we don't want to do anything in front of the kids. Does it make sense?
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna treat you with respect.
Appreciate that.
All right. So we
Just
can walk this
follow
way.
us around.
Let's walk this way.
All right,
We'll get it.
Now look at the skin of black enforcement person grabbing his arm like, hey, come on, man. And the particular angle officer was like, well, we're going to teach you respect. Well, pseudo respect. Well, we're not going to tell you what you have a warrant for, but we're going to, we want to talk to you about, this warrant, but we can't talk to you about that right now. But we want to, can you just follow us? Or let's just go over here. I'm going to show you the rest of this part. And we talk about it, right? I mean, however on that. But the problem is that he was on vacation, about to go on an airplane on vacation, all to enjoy himself with some family members, and this happened. But again, just because somebody has some skin in black, don't mean they are a friend, right? As you see, Marcus Morris Sr. was like telling the black skin particular officer, "Hey man, don't be gonna be grabbing me like that." Right, because there's ways you can do that, right? It's already a tense situation. Going like, hey man, I'm about to go on vacation, and and these all forcing people to show up. I mean, what's going on, right?
You'll have an opportunity.
I'm not going to listen. Okay, so this is what can I explain to my brother was about to happen?
We're treating them with respect. So, Marcus, let's walk over here. Yeah, let's go. I got you. We're going to treat you with respect, but we got to do our job, right?
I got my kids right here.
I got that, and so we don't want to have them see you like that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we're gonna bring you right around the corner over here. So they don't see you going into handcuffs or anything. We still have to so I still got to confirm the warrant. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll grab it and say we're just gonna do it right around this white wall. All right. I appreciate your cooperation. Like I said, we're gonna treat you with respect. But you do have to go into handcuffs. So my partners are going to use, when we get around this corner, my partners are going to use their handcuffs right here. Go ahead and just face the wall for me.
Can we walk up a little further?
We're right here. We got to do it right here. Yeah.
I'm gonna put 2 cuffs on you, so it's a big dude, and you hurt your shoulder. Right? I'll get it. Yeah.
I don't even know what the warrant is.
Now here it is. This tall, about 6'7", 6'8" black man, and that these enforcement personnel are putting these cuffs on, and he's like, I don't know what's going on, what kind of warrant, and then the particular Anglo particular officer is like, well, we'll talk to you in a second. I just got to confirm this warrant. So you got to confirm the warrant that already, but he's been basically arrested for a warrant, but you got to confirm the warrant. Okay, I guess, right? But he's been shown, Negro. We don't care if you're 5'2", you're 6'8", 6'9", like you're a tall man. When we show up, Negro, you better be, understand, right? And a few of you Negroes, y'all get out of order, and we usually put the numbers of you in check a little bit. With few exceptions of you Negroes.
We'll be able to explain them more when we get it confirmed. Okay.
I'm gonna loosen these 2. All right, we're doing big risk.
Please, bro.
Just get them on. Okay?
I ain't on no criminal shit.
No, we're not trying to.
We ain't trying to do that.
Trust me.
No, that's why we had to talk to you, right?
Hey, you got another pair?
I got shackle.
All right.
Is Brewer, can you grab the chair?
Man, bro, this joint.
Can you grab the chair over there?
I start walking down like, God.
Well, unfortunately, based off of our policy, we can't walk out. We have to actually have you sit down.
Down where?
In a wheelchair.
How am I gonna get my arms back in the wheelchair?
Look,
hey, this going tight shit on my wrist. God damn, this one you got right here.
this chain, he's rotating it, so you'll be able to put your hands together.
My hands behind my back.
I mean, that whole policy should be put in the trash can. And just as especially the previous administration, where border breaker illegal immigrants were given, or people were given to do prosecutorialness, basically arrest of border breaker illegal immigrants, and how many were like, no, we ain't worried about that, and they just, however many just walk back across the border, right? So the thing about, I make this point. So with Trump has been always, oh my goodness, he's doing this and doing that, and about the illegal immigrants, and of course, America is not supposed to have a sovereignty to protect its citizens from border breakers, not knowing what they're about, right? But American blacks better not break no freaking immigration laws of anywhere, and they certainly better not go across that southern border and break immigration laws. You see how the hypocrisy goes, right? And the crazy part about it that you had however numbers, and it still would never be quite enough of border breakers, illegal immigrants getting arrested and being put on planes or whatever, the alligator Alcatraz thing. People jump up and down about it. Oh my goodness, that's inhumane. But let an American black person or personnel break immigration laws and see how many people are going to show up for American blacks. And, oh my goodness, don't treat them like that. So there are more people who sit there and have this humanity for border breakers, illegal immigrants, right? You got however numbers of groups, pro-border illegal immigration groups. You have numbers of pro illegal immigration, however numbers of political personnel fighting for them more than they will fight for American blacks' rights, who have been in this country for centuries before many other legal border breakers even existed in America, right? But here it is, this former black NBA, he's getting his Negro Remindment, and the Anglo officer was like, hey, you know, this is policy. He'd be like, man, where's the prosecutorialness in this situation, right? Now, it's like, well, is he a known violent person? No, he's not, as far as any kind of enforcement. All right, so we can sit there and do prosecutorial analysis on that. We want to show him humanity because it's a contradiction. 1 minute that this Anglo officer saying we want to teach you respect, but at the same time, well, the policy says we got to put you in handcuffs. Well, is he a violent person? No, but our policy says we still got to put you in handcuffs. You see how the contradiction is on that situation.
What are we talking about?
So he's just repositioning it.
Cool. There you go.
It should be a lot more comfortable.
In a wheelchair. What the hell?
So that's not my decision. That's our new agency policy here at the airport.
I'm just trying to figure
And it's unfunny how, again, how much border breaker illegal immigrants who are being put on planes that still are showing more humanity, right? And people that will sit there and have a problem with seeing border breaker illegal immigrants being put in handcuffs, right? Not know anything about these people whatsoever, right? Well, besides ones that they knowing were violent, right? Or even ones who wasn't violent, who were scammers, right? Victim identity thieves. I mean, the list goes on, right? I mean, ones that have, I'm going on, that's a whole different list. So before I finish that, it is the blatant insultingness, right? Where's the prosecutorial analysis, right? Okay, you know, Marcus Morris Sr., okay, we got this warrant for him, but he doesn't have a history of trying to fight enforcement people or do this and do that. All right, you know what? We're going to show him some humanity. I know he's kind of freaked out a little bit. His family over there waiting for a plane. And here we are sitting there, you know, we got to do our jobs. And they got to do their jobs, right? You know, I guess on that part, right? Got to do what you got to do on that part. At the same time, it's like, hey, man, you know, this is obviously a very stressful situation because he's ready to get on the plane with his, I think, brother and whatever else, some family members. And here it is, you know, he's in handcuffs now, right, for a warrant. Right? See, what should have happened is that, okay, you know what? You know, go ahead and have a seat a little bit, you know, and then talk to him. And then you got several officers. What are you going to do? See, that's my thing about it. You don't need to be in a uniform, you know, 4 or 5 people if you can't handle one person. Right? There needs to be some extremely retrained, not like sensitivity training, because it's like, hey, man, if you're a Klan member, you got into the service, a Klan member you got to law enforcement, you're still going to be a Klan member in enforcement. If you still was a bully before that person got in law enforcement, they're still going to be a bully. The person that was anti-American black before they got into enforcement, they're still going to be anti-American black when they get in enforcement. Right? That don't change because they get in enforcement. However, a number of times it amplifies it. Right? On this situation.
figure out what we even doing. Like, what's even happening here?
Well, I've explained that you do have a warrant. We'll be able to go talk to your family and update them. Hang on. One more.
One more what? Handcuff?
Yep.
Where?
On the feet.
Come on, bro.
You know, man.
It's
Above
not.
our head.
One more what? Handcuff?
Yep.
Where?
On the feet.
Come on, bro.
You know, man.
It's
above
not.
our head.
It's the new policy. That's why.
Here we go, that new policy stuff, right? Again, this is the embarrassing part, that there's still so many numbers of blacks in America that don't even realize the kind of things that are coming down the pipeline toward American blacks. Now, again, his situation with him owing of the casino debts, 200-some thousand. Well, that's on him. He, however he go, thought, he can maybe, hey, I get to that and get to that. And he's showing his remindment, like, Negro, you don't come to our casinos and sit there and put on a tile that casino mark of over 200,000, Negro. You better talk to us and communicate us, consistently. And he probably didn't do that. And, maybe not intentionally, maybe intentionally, who knows? But the point is, they showed him, Negro, over 200,000, Negro, right? But the point is still, that wasn't had anything to do with violence of a continuous manner, not violence against any kind of enforcement personnel. So that definitely should have been like, policy, yes, but you know what? The way you carry yourself, we don't feel, we don't feel a certain way that you're gonna try to jump on us. And it's like, if he tried to, a 4 officer who can't take down this one black male, that needs to be retrained in. They couldn't take him down. But the point is, that should have been prosecutorial analysis. You know what? You look like you're not gonna sit there, try to, flee, go somewhere. Where are you gonna go in the airport, right? So you know what? We won't sit there and put no handcuffs on. As long as you cooperate us, we ain't gonna put handcuffs, all right? And then they explain the situation. Then, hey, you got a warrant, such and such, and then you know what? We've got to put these handcuffs you now, right? But we'll do it when we get outside, right? About to put you inside the car, right? Cop car. That would be more humanity. But nope, he got his Negro Remindment, and now they're finna put handcuffs on his feet as if he's a hardcore criminality person.
I'm explaining everything to you, okay?
Never said I had to put stuff in my lady. Way above our head. Way above our head. It's in a criminal. We don't make decisions.
On the feet.
Come on, bro.
Come on.
It's the new policy. That's why I'm explaining everything to you, okay?
Never said I had to put stuff in my lady. Way above our head. How is it way above our head? It's in a criminal. We don't make decisions. All right.
That's fine.
It's not fine, bro.
To you, okay?
Never said I had to put stuff in my lady. One more what?
Update them. Hang on. One more.
One more what? Handcuff?
Yep.
Where?
On the feet.
Come on, bro.
It's the new policy. That's why I'm explaining everything to you. Okay?
Where's he going?
Never said I had to put stuff in my lady.
Handcuffs on his leg, and he was like he's a major criminality.
We don't make decisions.
Go.
That's fine.
It's not fine, bro.
We got him in custody. He was with his brother too. He's traveling with the whole family. He's actually down. That's fine.
It's not fine, bro.
We got him in custody. He was with his brother too. He's traveling with the whole family. He's actually down over here on the left, over in a small, secluded area.
Knees are gonna be uncomfortable. Switch in as much as you can. All right? You good? Hey, give me the proper issue. I'll talk to him real quick. You good? Seatbelt? Yeah.
No.
You good? Hey, just don't take off yet.
Yeah, you never know. But look, they're not going to do nothing stupid in front of the children. If they were going to do something stupid, they would have done it in that moment when we were walking them away. Maybe it's worth to you, not to anyone else. You guys today. Talk to you over here so I can explain what's going on. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So, can tell you is he's not going to be traveling with you guys today. This is his property. I'm going to go through each item with you that he asked me to give it to you, not to anyone else. You specifically. So on my camera, just so you can see it, his wallet, his ID is with us, and one of his debit cards is with us.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a reason why?
He wanted to keep it. It's good to have an ID on you and a debit card just in case he does get released or something. He at least has a way to pay for something.
Okay.
He's keeping his cell phone with him, so when he gets out, he has a contact, and we can pull numbers out of it and write it on the paper for him.
Okay.
He'll be able to make phone calls. So this is one item. I'll hand it to you one by one, but you can use the bag if you want.
Solid.
Because he's got some jewelry. I know it's probably expensive. This is one of his rings. This is his big necklace.
Mm.
All right. His magnets.
Right, so my question is, so how when I know, like, you get to whatever decision is made on where he's going? That's my question.
So right now we're in the I'm on our warrant channel to confirm the warrant. Hey, buddy.
So exactly. Go back over there with my mom.
Another necklace. There's one presenting to you that I'm not taking anything.
Yeah, I can put it.
But
Yeah.
it was flagged on a flight coming over here. Family vacation. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Travel, do whatever you need to do. I know. I'm assuming this is like a family vacation. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It was flagged on a flight coming over here that he was here, so that's why we knew where you guys were. So I knew who you were. It wasn't like we were like targeting you guys or we looked you guys up.
Well, we is it because he's going international?
That could be part. That could have been.
We just came from Vegas.
So apparently
Vegas.
So apparently that it could have been that, but also the fact the warrant just dropped like a couple of days ago. It's from my buddy looked it up. My partner, he said it was like 3 days ago it came. So if you were flying, maybe something wasn't notified.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. He's going to be with us. You can, when you look at when he gets booked, which should be in a few hours, it will populate and you can see it virtually on your phone or anything like that. The kids are with family. All right. 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes from the jail, from the airport. But I have the forms in my pocket. I'm waiting on a channel. She's raising me now. Okay, just to look at his log.
Yeah, but when you look at it also, when you look at what? On basketball field, so that's nothing.
No, I agree with you. Right. So that's why we're trying to be like.
Guy over there recording this.
So I don't think there's going to be anything. Down to the jail now.
All right, I'm saying, is he going to
He's going down to the jail now.
All right, I'm saying, is he going to
That I don't know. That's we're gonna have to wait to hear from him inside the jail whether they're gonna extradite. It says full extradition, but sometimes they can do things depending on the county. They may have a judge do virtual court with him or something. One by one, he put it back in the envelope. Most of it back in the envelope. Brother, everything. I handed it to him one by one. He put it back in the envelope. Most of it back in the envelope. I explained to him what the deal was. I said that yes, and while I was speaking to him, they did confirm everything. That you're going to be booked at Broward County Main Jail. That there is no bond right now, but they are going to extradite. There's a possibility, depending on that county, if they want to do some virtual court or something, they might be able to see a magistrate here, and you might be able to post bond or here, or you're going to have to wait for an officer to come down from there and bring you back. You're going to end up getting extradited back, and so. There's a time frame on it, but they have I think they have like 2 weeks to come down and get you or something like that because they have to schedule somebody to come, and it's minimum 2 people.
So I have to see
You may, yeah. You may. Hey, they're ready. Hey, they're ready. You can go.
for 2 weeks?
Possible, but that's I'm giving you as much information of a possibility as I can. Okay. All right. You have no bond right now. That's completely separate. That's separate than what the charges are right now. Okay.
Marcus Morris Sr. was charged with fraud related to an insufficient funds check. Thanks for.
I mean, What more can you even say on that part? He got his remindment. Now, again, his situation with, being accused of owing 200-some thousand on possible casino mark, however on that. She did have paid something before. Who knows? Yeah, he should have, obviously, on that. But whatever situations, right, that he just got shown his Negro Remindment that, hey, man, hey, you owe us 200-some thousand on this, and, we want our money. Understandable. The thing about it is the way that this was handled. For him to be put in handcuffs, all right, tighten handcuffs, and then, oh my goodness, man, behind my back, and depending on how a person's body, man, that stuff can cause health problems, right? Contribute to health problems. And then they put him, Marcus Morris Sr., they put him, put him in a chair. And then they put some leg cuffs on him, as if he's some kind of major criminality. He didn't pose no kind of threat whatsoever. Didn't sitting there come across like he's going to try to jump us officers. Now, here in the airport, what are you going to do? Right? With several officers, what are you going to do? So there was no threat posed to that part. So it's like that should have easily been known. Let's go, have a walk a little bit and explain the situation. And then, treat them humanely. You manage and say, hey, you know what? We're going to walk outside, close to the door. But I'm about to go and put some handcuffs on you and stuff like that. I just didn't want to sit there and see all the people seeing handcuffs and stuff like that. I know it's embarrassing. I know it's tough and things like that. What's going on? And all right, no. But then all that he would have said is probably yes, because you see how he was. Oh, because he would have acted fool. Then that would have been it for him. So, but that should have been a little bit different on that part. The handcuffs around the leg was kind of extreme on that particular part, because again, you have more people that show more respect and more concern to to border breaking illegal immigrants than many numbers of Black Americans, right? But numbers of Black Americans, unfortunately, sometimes get relaxed and keep thinking that things have changed within various parts of Americanism, and it has not. Now, again, for what he did is what he did, and then he has to sit there and get that situated. But they still showed him Negro Remindment. Yes. So again, one last thing I want to sit there and show, because in this situation with him, he did get his remindment on that. Give me one moment here. Let me get right quick. Give me 1 second here. My system didn't want me to. It's not anyway. Doing all kind of weird stuff. Well, I want to show something. Oh, yes, I want to show. Give me 1 second here. One moment here from the great Neely Fuller, from this gentleman that comes up with these hip-hop cartoons and some other cartoons, animations. Very brilliant. Let me sit there and show this part, because this is also a very poignant part. Because, again, there are people within American Blackism like, hey, you know what, this got to stop. But the thing about it, you say, well, who controls this place and who controls that place? And I mean, that's the way that gives answers.
Woe is me. This has got to stop. We can't have no more of this. But it all started with that being unrealistic. With whoop, 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 whoop. I know my rights. You can't do this to me. Oh, hey boy, I can't do this to you when I have been doing it to everybody that looks like you, and my foreparents before me been doing it to everybody that looks like you, like forever in recorded history, and you bang, 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 bang. Okay, now what do you say about what I can't do to you, boy? Huh? Can you speak? Hey, you're lying here on this highway. Speak up, boy. Hey, can't you tell me all about how you did, who you could whip in the cell block? All right, where you spent most of your time before you got in my face? Tell me all about it, boy. We took 15 bullets I just put in you. Tell me all about how you built the pyramids. And then while your buddy's waiting down the highway for me to go down there and do the same thing to him. You people never wake up, smell the coffin, smell white supremacy.
How many more times does it have to be Negro Remindment for high numbers of athletes, for numbers of non-athletes, the one in high positions? I mean, the list goes on of how many Black American males and some females that have gotten a remindment and they forgot, oh, well, they are of this title. Oh, they are high value man. However on that, right? Oh, they have this, they are of this, even the legalness. How many personnel in the legalness field have gotten some remindment? How many personnel in the medical field have gotten some remindment? Right? So the thing about it, sometimes there are Black Americans who have forgotten that, and this system does not care anything about what they do for a living. Doesn't matter. What's matters is about power, about control. And the thing about it is that it's a gigantic need to have more Black Americans, reality ones, in politics and ones in law enforcement. See, the thing about it is you have various people from various cultures who have put themselves in certain politics, certain types of law enforcement, et cetera, right? Because they have been told this is what you do, so you look out for your own people. But because of Black pain, they have really messed up quite a number of American Blacks to be, it's all about, I'm going to get mine. You got to get yours, right? And so you see Bad Seeds doing certain things to American Blacks. Oh my goodness, why they got to keep doing that, right? George Floyd, right? Freddie Gray, Chandra Bland, Tamir Rice, right? The list goes on. The list goes on. And they know it's not enough Black personnel in certain types of enforcement that are going to speak out against that, because they're like, hey, some people come up missing. Some people get, what's the thing about it? Could be a whistleblower. How many times people came up whistleblower and came up missing or came up with losing their jobs and different things happening toward them. But see, the thing about it is that the system knows if American Blacks said, hey, you don't know what's going on here, but you got to stop bullying us. This ain't, we get tired of this. You can't stop all the supremacy. They've been doing it for too long. But all this continuously overall bullying Black Americans at this level, that got to stop or reduce down. And unfortunately, not enough Black Americans are at that point to get that understanding, with very small exceptions on that particular part. There was something else I wanted to show on that part, but that's okay then on that. So again, when I sit there and show this particular animation, which I already done, I'm not going to show it again, is that it was a very poignant remindment that Black Americans are the most hated group. And that you can also have ones that have the skin of Black that can also be just as bad. Not bad, but just as bad on that situation, because they only do what they are told by the system, with very few exceptions. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.